Alrighty. Okay, here we go. Hello everyone, how y'all doing tonight? Alright, let's get started. Okay. There's maintenance on this MOG station, apparently, on the online store on the 27th. But I'm not gonna be streaming, I don't think, on Tuesday. Yeah, yes, right. I gotta bring my mom to the doctor Tuesday. So I'm not gonna be streaming on that day. Alright. And we need to get on Discord, on live, on voice. So that people can talk to me. There we are. It feels really odd being almost where I was at before. Like, not quite there. Like, no, not quite there, but very close. Also, I looked over the, last night's stream, and I edited, of course, today, and I found out that my voices are not exactly that much different. Like, my deep voice, when I voice act, like, big characters, like, older characters, I don't have much of a voice range. If I don't go to a girl's voice, there's not much of a voice range at all. And the girl's voice sounds a little bit annoying, to be honest with you, if I do it all the time. I'm still gonna read, I'm still going to, do the voice acting and stuff, but I'm just letting y'all know that I'm not very good at it. It's not gonna stop me from trying, it's just I'm not very, very good at it. I'm just not. Alright, here we go. I hear you've been as busy as a bee, Michael. Seem half the whispers what comes my way relates to your coming and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? Before that, let me ask, have you ever heard of a man named Hildebrand? Have I heard of a man named Hildebrand before? Yes, I have heard of a man named Hildebrand. Oi! You don't mean to say you knew the bugger. I know he thought himself famous, but thinking it don't make it true. I know him kinda. I've heard rumors about him. Shame that he had to go and get himself killed. All that nonsense about stopping Delamud himself? What the hell was he thinking? Wait, what? He stopped Delamud by himself? Okay, we're not talking about the same guy then. I know a Hildebrand. Maybe that's not the same person. This was merciful quick. Still judging from the depths of the crater, he must have fallen from an unfathomable height. God only knows what was going through his mind as he watched the ground rush up to meet him. Ugh. Amazing how well the body was preserved, though. Hell, it's amazing there was a body left to bury at all. What is... Oh. Alright, I'm sorry about that. I got a message on my phone. I was like, huh, what the heck? I had a reason to bring this up. Alright, so Nashu's Hildebrand's Earthworst assistant has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, but a bit daft. I need to make sure something. Well, hold on a second, y'all. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I have that right, and I'm going to also lower this down a little bit. Because it is starting to hurt my eyes a little bit, so... 1, 2, 3. It's still... Did I break anything? Nope, everything still works. Good! So, when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. The thing is, I prefer to meddle in affairs of living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'll be grateful if you let her a hand. As for where to find her, she'd like to visit Hillebrand's grave in the Lich Yard. When she's frustrated, try looking for her there first. Okay, so we're going to, Drybone? I think Drybone, right? Camp Drybone, yes. Sorry about that. I had the message from James, my networker. Apparently his account got terminated again, his Discord. I don't know what's going on with that, or why that's happening. That's the second time that's happened. Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh my god, I can fly! I forgot! I can fly now! Wait, is that Final Fantasy VI's music? It is Final Fantasy VI. I think it's Terra's music, actually. Which makes sense, because Terra was brainwashed by the Crown, and was basically controlled to be a Magitek soldier. And she was drawing Magitek armor. Anyway, Nashu! Hello. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? Wait, why are you wearing a band-aid on your cheek? Did you get hurt? You've come to offer your services to me. Yeah. Aw, thank you for the head pat. Aw, thank you. And also, welcome to the stream. You come to offer your services to me. Yeah, I offer my services to most pretty girls. Whom I can't offer my services to almost everybody. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. Ahem. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. Oh, well, it's nice to meet you, beautiful. At least that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hillebrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. Yeah, I've heard about the guy. He's a nutcase. That's what I heard about him. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. Okay, we're definitely not thinking about the same Inspector Hillebrand. Okay. So wait, is he dead? Oh, he did say he died. But then there was his final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. Wait, what? He can fly? But then he came back down, and he... So let me get it straight. He jumped that high, and then he came back down and made a huge crater. Whoa, wait, what? What the? Oh, the echo again. Here we go. This is all a joke. A big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Oh my god, he is dead. Hillebrand Manderville. They say no one remembers the Warriors of Light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No. Gentleman hero Hillebrand. Wait, he was a Warrior of Light? This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be very interesting. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. I, Nachu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. I see, so he is dead. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie, who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him, again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is, or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. Do tell. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in Southern Thailand, you might find them. And then you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. They're zombies. I am not very good at undead, or anything that's dead for that matter. I think you might got the wrong person, but since you're so beautiful, I can't tell you no. You're too adorable. Oh man, I can't tell you no. Okay, I'll do it. Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay, so where am I going? Wait. No, that's not right. Okay. I am going... Oh, Forgotten Springs. Okay. Also, I need to summon more Chocobo power. One more time. Alright. Oh, my Chocobo can fly now! Let's go, alright. Alright, it looks like we are going to... here. You can fly no higher! Haha, joke's on you, I can. Wait, these are... Hold on a second. Wait, these are Lancers. I'm confused. Wait a second. Am I in the right spot? Oh, it's a fate. Participate in the fate fall. Okay. Falling corpses within style in Southern Thailand. So I have to wait for the fate to start. Oh, that's gonna suck. So wait, when does it start? Oh wait, there's Tempered. Oh, there we are. They're the dapper zombies. Okay, they're here, finally. Let's go. A gentleman is rather than does. Hello, zombies. You don't want to do this. Okay, fine, I guess you do want to do this. Okay, Holy Nova then! I'm sorry about this. I wanted to be your friend. Not really, honestly. I just wanted to get this done. Alright, I guess we're just gonna destroy all of them then. I'm assuming I gotta kill every single dapper zombie I can. Do not disturb our practice. Go back to the ground where you belong. Alright, I guess we're gonna go ahead and try to get all you at once. And here we go! Okay, keep me healed, Coco. Gotta break these flame beacons. No. This music reminds me of another Final Fantasy. I just don't know which one yet. Is it 5 or 4? No, I think it's 5. Maybe 6. I don't know, I don't remember. It's another Final Fantasy this music comes from. I just can't remember which one it is. It's a remix of one, though. Okay, I participated in it. I got 264 seals. So, now what? Show the curious parchment. Oh! Oh, okay. Wait, hold on a second. Did we even get the curious... Did we get the parchment? Wait. Oh, we did. Okay. Did you find the zombies? You did? Oh, that's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rule the day he meets me. You'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? Oh, so you were able to make new friends. Oh, you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sigoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Over to Segoli. Okay, over to Segoli. I keep on messing that up. Da-da. Bum, bum, bum. Da-da. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike! A gentleman is rather than does. Oh, who summons the gentle dead men? They live, and we hunger. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guest. The hell? Spare these two fair ladies your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! No, it's an airship! No, it's the inspector? We hear and we obey. It is you! It really is you! I knew nothing killed the great Inspector Hillebrand. Hillebrand? Who would this Hillebrand of you whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector. Inspector, overlord, inspector, overlord. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'm not gonna sense back at that noggin of yours. Wait, whoa, hold on. Those are bombs. If he's not already dead, you're gonna kill him. Maybe we don't, maybe we shouldn't do that? Just stay your hand, my lady. You know not what you do. Please not! Dude! Girl, listen! Calm down with the bombs! Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more like to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying! See, easy to acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... Death! Oh my God. Wait a second. What? Wait. Okay. Okay. Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I prefer that you found a more elegant solution. Oh my god. What? So he's not dead? Ah, he remembers me. Inspector Hildebrand remembers me. Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Up and echo time. Whoa! Wait! He is a zombie! Or did he just... Wait, was he buried alive? Is he dead or alive? And why is there a flower in your head? Ah! Such a wonderful dream! I slew a dragon and, what is this place? And for that matter, who am I? So that's why he thought he was dead. He's like, yeah, you're now zombie brand. He became the leader of all the zombies now. Because he thought he was dead, but he wasn't. Because he lost all his memories. That is hilarious. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last! I always knew you'd come back to us! Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. Right. So, you really did jump up to the moon and crash back down, made a huge crater, and you somehow survived. Okay then. And who might this fine lady be? Could she perhaps be one of my many admire... Oh! Boy, this faint tingling sensation in my arm! This ringing in my ears! This dizziness! Could it be a case? No, I think that's from the bombs. That is definitely from the bombs that blew you sky high. Okay, well... Amazing, isn't it? He wasn't dead. He was just badly injured and needed to hibernate. I didn't even know people could do that. Yeah, neither did I. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Are you sure about that? Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sogoli Desert! I bet my life on it. which means Uda is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that din of inquiry could so violently trigger my keen investigator senses. Fear not, law-abiding citizens! Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil! Okay. Uda, I guess? I guess we're going to Uda. Question the residents of Uda. Okay. Sure, I guess. Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter from the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts! He's not a pervert. He's just a misunderstood inspector. What? You looking for a half-naked Highlander? Would like to catch criminals? I think I remember a thing like that. If you do man to find the inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. Me mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Oh, someone stealing blades, I see. Okay. I'm sorry, lass. If it's information you want, you'd be best served by going to Wymond. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Call himself a duelist, or so I hear. When you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... I see. I take it you've dealt with the zombie problem, eh? Ha, so do tell. Just why were ye dressing up like dandies? Wymond! Hey, Wymond! Thou almighty, bugging me with a bleeding spear! The dead's risen and they're walking the streets of Uda! No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. Aye, you do seem to have a hale and healthy, which begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why, question divine providence. What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard that, didn't you? Huh. Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden which said her most... This name is sort of a young woman as well. The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Ah! Why, if it isn't the lady from the Sagoli! A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you seek to the belligerent duelist. Apatol! It'll be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away! Sure. What have I gotten myself into? Damn it, Hildy! I ain't told you the last name yet. I think I got to go here. Yeah. Well, Michael, you might as well go after him. He'll disappoint if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say, you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with the expecting, Inspector. Oh, Weavers Guild, huh? It has been a while since I've been to the Weavers Guild. My beloved pure heart was unlike any one you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrows to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pits of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. I just waited for the information. You left before he told you where to go? And it seems you found her anyways, somehow? Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I borrowed the latest fashion at fashions at Sunsilk, I took in a match at the Coliseum. I realized it was gone. So, the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is only one logical course of action, Miss Moon, to coax the hidden clues from your memories. We must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. Wait, aren't we already there? Wait, aren't we already in Sunsilk Tapestries? This is the Weavers Guild. I thought this is Sunsilk Tapestries. I must... I guess this is Sunsilk Tapestries. Miss Moon, would you be so kind to describe your visit in detail the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist. I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me to confess his undying love. What sort of man said that to a complete stranger, I asked you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot. He cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the... Oh, wrong boy, sorry. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us now proceed to the Coliseum and see what you remember. Also, Nashu is really beautiful. And adorable. And she's falling asleep. So the Colosseum next, huh? That would be this way, I think? Once again, Miss Moon, if you'd be so kind to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. That's the second time that's happened. Naturally, I was taken aback. I roared about and struck the man in the face with my purse. In shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 score pawns, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. Okay. 120 pawns! Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The theft bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. Huh. There sure are a lot of giant crates in Oda. At the Weaver's Guild, at sun-soaked tapestries, and here too. Yeah, you know what? Why is there 3 crates here? And they were over at the other places too. These crates are everywhere, Michael. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open... Of course! I still have plenty of explosives! Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun! Wait, are you telling me to blow the crates up? Nashu's Delight. Many cope with grief by taking up new pursuits, such as travel or exercise. Nashu chose to study explosives instead. Okie dokie then. Right. Well, here I go. What the hell? What the hell are you doing here? Wow, there are people in there. I guess that explains the breathing in. Huh, isn't that Yellow Moon's pure heart? Inspector! Oh, Inspector, look! Oh, go gods, have mercy! At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as the shepherd leads its flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator possesses his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted. In response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man, resisting her prowess, and whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart. I don't think that's what's going on here. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And should she misplace an item from time to time, we collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You demons were behind all the thefts all this time? You've been stalking me? What nerve? Such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation, we should be glad to accept the goddess' punishment. Oh, wow. They're submissive. Okay. I can kind of relate to these 3 guys. I mean, of course, I wouldn't be taking people's items. That's not who I am, but, There is a limit to how much you want to push something, and I think they went past that limit. They went a little too far. But I can understand about being a devotee. You know, being a submissive is kind of the same thing. Goddess! Devotees! Ah, but of course! Then I had you inspect those crates with a stroke of genius indeed! Wait, no you didn't. You didn't. Wait, hold on. No, you didn't. You didn't say nothing. You said they were the gladiator had a wounded pride and stole the damn wand because he was wants vengeance against Yellow Moon. You never said anything about the crates. Why are you taking credit for this, Hildebrand? As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those things are obvious. The ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts as... No, they're not. Those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons and boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter of the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie. I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Well, you'd like to meet one of the duelist victims. I'll introduce you with pleasure. You will be willing to share such precious information with me. Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Oh, you gotta be serious. You can't be serious. Did he just leave again without... Huh? Where in the bloody hell do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet! Oh, God. Miss Ellie, you can tell me. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. What? A perpetrator as well? What do you mean by that? Oh god, it's raining in the dry bone desert. It must be very rare for it to rain in the desert like this. I'm Humphrey, and you are? How did you... Oh, right, you were following me. Ah, it makes sense. You were following me. That's how you found this place. Okay. Alas, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me, a victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by a duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. I defend my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Yeah, well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartanu. Madtech to the right of us, Madtech to the left of us, stuck in the middle with Master Lu. We were. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic, he was. I try to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... Hold on a second here. You're not a warrior of light. You're lying to your teeth. There's no way. Because everybody forgot the warriors of light and they all vanished. And the ones like me lost their memories of that time long ago. So if you remember all that, then... yeah, you're not a warrior of light. You're lying. That man has no warrior of light? Yeah, I figured as much. Tell him, Eorzea. Tell him how he lost Serena's sword that was not his own. Liar! Scoundrel! I trust that bastard with my foe's blade. Bid him take it to a smith for restoration. Even gave him the gift to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's not enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson, look at me! My flowing going locks are no more! I'm going bald from the stress and heartbreak! Oh, wow. That's not good. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me! Alright, alright! He beat the shite out of me, okay? He took the middleman's sword. I used the guild to pay the surgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, and then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making? You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Eleazar? Oh my god, am I pronouncing that right? Eleazar's. It's probably Eleazar. And what of Eleazar's golden flowing locks? How will forsaken young Humphrey help the man he was wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Right. Okay then. Antique swords. Oh, I have the followings about that. The traveling merchant John Pa is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Okay. Oh, that boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing good Eleazar of a priceless family heirloom. Just go to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and trickers, a lot of them. I'm a warrior of light, though. I might be I'm one of many warriors of light in this world. Of course, I'm probably the only one you probably have met, but yeah. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Eleazar a counterfeit blade. If deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Eleazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. That's not it. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword. At least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, Anywhere that I determined to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard a spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no source for sale at present, I may dispose of a facsimile similar in design to the one you described. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to see an honorable man like Eleazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring his rejuvenation of his glowing locks, whilst we consider the search for the genuine article. Well, there is a sword in that spring. It won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Tisk tisk. You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie, like me. I say we search for the spring first before declaring all to be lost. All right. For some reason, my left eye is hurting. It's like I feel pressure behind it. It's probably my sinuses. I have been sick. It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my acclimated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water, not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil. That is, indeed, so many an occasion my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. I really don't want to do that. Okay, I guess I have no choice. Let's just close my eyes and think of happier thoughts. This comforting scent. As though I'm a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. Okay. Oh, God. The Relga. The pain multiplies manyfold. Gently now, gently. Oh, I don't want to keep doing this. Oh gods! Oh gods! Oh gods! Yes, at last! My muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Oh god, he's a masochist. Right there, yes. Keep doing that. Just like that. Just like, oh yes. Now, once more. What feeling? Never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring! You as well, my good woman! Sure. I found a pot. And then I found a bottle. A muddy bottle. And a muddy pebble. Okay, why is it taking so long to get this pebble? Okay. You've been productive! Excellent! May I see what you found? Worthless bottle, a useless rock, and a shard of a pot. No sign of sword Jancha pod mentioned, I see. Ah! I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to... Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Achoo! You didn't tell her to look there, but whatever. Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Udon and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu! While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eorzea as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Isn't that wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Eorzea's woes will be no more. Yes, I guess. You know, I don't understand. Why could they not voice act this entire, side quest? It makes no sense. They should have voice acted this. This should all been voice acted. This should, like... This should not... I shouldn't have to voice act this myself. I mean, I suck at voice acting as it is. Wait. Hold on. Okay, here we go. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God bless ye, sir. I never expected you to go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of a reward. Altruism is rare a trait these days. It's common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector! I brought you a change of clothing. I also brought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu! If you would just bring me the case! Whoa! Are you okay, Inspector? You're not gonna die from that. Like, I've seen cards going through his heads like that, and Hisoka is the one that normally does that. Although, that was like the Phantom freaking Troop. Not Phantom Troop, no, I'm being stupid. The Phantom Thieves from Persona 5. They do calling cards like that too. But of course, throwing it that hard to stick in somebody's head like that, yeah, that's Hisoka with Nen. You know, the Nen that's also has properties of both rubber and gum, apparently. There appears to be something lodged into my forehead. Could it be a missive from my adoring admirer? Please be careful taking that out. Ah, okay, you didn't bleed. Okay. The author neglected to pin her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, you. It's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. Why? Why do you smile like that? A challenge! For me? Oh, at last the curtain rises! Very well. If I'm a duelist, I must dress for the occasion. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, God, no. Oh my God! Oh my God! This is only funny because I know the trope. Oh my God! My first reaction to this was actually way, like, I laughed way harder than this. My first reaction, but it's still funny the second time seeing this. God. Okay. Oh my God! The trope, by the way, is when somebody's head is bald, their bald head, it shines in the sunlight, so the light reflects off their bald head, and that's the trope. And he's using the light of his bald head for a background. I can't even look. Oh God. Oh man, if I wasn't sick, I would probably laugh a lot harder. Oh, I'm tearing up. Oh, Hildebrand, Age of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Accept your challenge. I can't read. I can't do this. He's incredible. So bold. So majestic. Just like a way of light. Oh my God, he continues! No, a gentleman of light! Oh, I'm in tears! Oh my God, no, stop! He's exceptionally something. Oh God. Oh, I'm tearing up. Core Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing! Oh my God. And it continues. Oh my God, you gotta tear it back. Oh, wait, who is that? Oh God. Oh man. Oh God. Oh, I'm regaining my composure. I'm dying here. I still have the flu, so every time I laugh, I cough. Oh my God. Oh, that's rough. Oh my God, that was too funny. My eyes are. It's still like, even the second time seeing this, like the first time, I think it's. I mean, I don't know if I actually clipped the first time. Oh no, I think the first time should be either clipped or on. Well, it was on TikTok, but I don't know if it's on. I don't have a TikTok anymore, so it's not on TikTok anymore. But it used to be. Well, my first reaction to this, it was hilarious. It was really funny. Wow. Oh my God. Oh God, okay. Hildebrand. Oh. Wait, what? This is far from the strongest swords. Wait, are you who I think you are? Blue. Blue skies and a rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Wait. Oh my God, I know who that is. I know who that is. That's Gilgamesh. Final Fantasy V, Type 0, 12. He's in a lot of Final Fantasy games. And he's most likely looking for Excalibur. Like always. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the sword? I can't read that fast. So, this is like an anime. The Three Collectors. Okay. Okay. Episode 2. Episode 2, let's go. Oh my god. That was so funny. Like, oh, I can't believe how funny that was. Okay, well, here we go. Perchance you're curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The Treaty Blade. It's part of Ishgarian noble collection. Or was, I should say. Wait a second. The Treaty Blade. Wait a second. That's from Final Fantasy XII. Isn't that the sword that cut the Sun Crest and made the Nethicite in Final Fantasy XII, the Treaty Blade? Or am I getting things mixed up? No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Udon collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her. And should a duel strike while I am present, well, I hope I need to explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she's a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I'm told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tutusi in Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you like. Okay, going to Vesper Bay? Sure, I have a ticket for that. Wait. Oh, come on! Wait! I jumped the gun! I jumped the gun. Oh, no, I wasted it. Well, crud. I can't waste another one. Oh, I wasted it. Oh, son of a gun. Yeah. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? It was you? Have you gone mad? That was Amajar arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amajar don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves for God's sake. Or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. He knew that. And yet, he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You two, he's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for your help, Inspector. At least he's competent. But when did investigating crime become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of the Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildebrand, don't you think? Oh, I try not to think about Hildebrand. We should get going. Lady Durida will not take kindly to wilted flowers. Yeah, let's do that. This time, since I messed up, I'm gonna have to take the long way. But I can fly, so it shouldn't matter. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Wait, where am I at? Okay, there I am. Bum ba da bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. And touchdown. I'm assuming I gotta go here. Again? I told you 20 who came before. If you come looking for work, you're too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. I am not a common adventurer. But then again, you wouldn't know that, so I can't be surprised that you don't know about me. But considering I did save Eorzea, you would think people would know the name Michael Bertuzzi by now. Now, remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Wait, hold on a second. You're in Vesper Bay. You should know who wait, hold on. You should know the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We live here, for crying sake. It is our headquarters. Like, we live in this little part of town. So you should know who I am. But I guess not. Here you go, by the way. Did you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you earn my respect? What's it more? A flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time. Everlasting, enduring, unchanging. Like mine. No, get out! Forgive us, Lady Durodela. Wait, hold on. Duroda. Forgive us, Lady Duroda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warning otherwise. A notorious, violent thief is plotting to steal a treaty blade. You fools! I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes? I read the Mithril. I know full well whom you speak, and it's none of your concern. I have legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I'll have him seized or worse. And even by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I retain the services of a certain gentleman. Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece of my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look at my peerless inspector, interlopers, and despair. It's Hildebrand, isn't it? Oh my god. Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. A lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. Oh, god damn it. My lady, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well? Or perchance in pursuit of me? No, I am just in the pursuit of the duelist because apparently that's what I'm here for. I'm just following the breadcrumbs at this point. As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable, incompetent... To be fair, you're not spending a single gil on me. Oh, it's you. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Viridian, Consulting Inspector, at your service, my lady. Conniving Inspector. Consulting Inspector. Rotten Flesh. And Saltpeter. Hildebrand Mandeville. And Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing out a profession in which they not. No, not. Call me when you finish with these wastrels. You see, I do not want nor need your help. Viridian is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you! Where have you been, Maria? And where's my vase? There was a strange flying thing and the vase, I dropped it in the water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the Royal House of Throne. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase. And you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? Wow. You are very mean to her. I don't like you, lady. Now, my lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It's not safe for she herself spoke with ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect. At which point, you will gladly grant permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Why would you tell her your plan? She can hear you! Now when spoken aloud... Miss Maria, will you be so kind to tell me exactly what happened? Why are you making these weird faces? I picked up the vase in Uda, like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nofikia's wells. I want to go back and look, but there's some scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase, all 5 of us. I guess I'm included in that. All 4 of you. I'm going out to Inspector Viridian. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how could you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because it's my job, you imbecile! Okay. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away! Okay, You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Maria, dear, listen, if it gets dangerous or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventure for help, understand? You can trust me. I'll guard you in my life. And you are very mean to that poor girl. We need to talk, actually. Out, out! I have forthcoming appointments with my very prestigious guest, and will suffer your presence no longer. Well, you know what? You don't have to be a freaking bitch about it. But okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, for those that are wondering about the D&D for the Discord, of course I don't record it or nothing like that. I just post the text if y'all want to read it. The first part is up already, but I haven't gotten to the second part yet because I haven't been well enough to do it. But sometime next week, I do plan on trying to do the One Piece ERP D&D. It should be really good, hopefully. I'm hoping other people join in at some point. And I'm also hoping at some point we could do a non-ERP One Piece D&D. That girl, what, run by earlier? I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. I see. Ah. No, stop. Down, down. A vase. Well, anything that falls in the water is likely to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with the queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. I don't know what it had to do with, but... Wait. Gilgamesh? What the hell are you doing here? A pox upon that thieving demon bird. He shall rule the day he cross paths with me. Vase, I know not of what you... Gah. Cursed inferno refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. Oh no, he broke it, didn't he? Oh, that's bad. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Derilda over... Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me. I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that scored me with my weapon. I set it down to but a moment, only to see it next in the talon of that cursed creature. I gave chase following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. No, friend Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hillebrand would think of something. Oh, but I already have my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun does dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. But first, we must gather as many fragments of the base as we can find. Okay, sure. Okay. Time to present your findings, have you? Splendid, let's have a look. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He had afford miracles with far less, after all. There has been one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Oda, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by a humble laboratory of whom I speak. His was the last shop a thief struck. For the following morning, they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in a gold court. Oh, wow. Okay. The Brass Blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was a testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer! The hammer!" He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does. And I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that's my companion, Enkidu. Well, not really. It's been many moons since I last saw her, so to erase the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for the goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure's all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monkey are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, his name is Gil, not Greg. Now then, from what I know the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I deducted that he is most likely to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Thanalan. It is there we shall begin our search. Alright, well. Blue Fog. That's Horizon. I keep messing up. I don't know why. Alright, here we go. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. What the? What is this? Oh my god, its eyeballs came out of his mouth. The Dublin's wounds indicate that it was felled by a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around. Okay. Basilisk. The basilisk wound indicated it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. The Dublin, the Basilisk, this Eorzea man, all were slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, no, it's not the right voice. I'm sorry. Let me do the right voice. The Dublin, the Basilisk, the Eorzea man, all were slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I'm mistaken. That chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to discern our attentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it has come to this. The very fire of my being cries out in rebellion. I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. Wait. What? What must you do that's so terrible? I must dance! Okay. I'm a Manderville man, doing what only a Manderville can. From the peaks of Corthis to Thanalan, Manderville man. I cannot avert my eyes. That is the dance of House Mandeville, passed down from father to son. Were I to form it within a sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. At last, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good woman, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. There would be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions. I must bequeath to you the Manderville. Oh my god, I have to do it? Oh my god. This is gonna be funny. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. So, I am now your sister. That is really cool. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. Sure. Do I gotta sing as well? Alright, here we go. Okay, so do I have to sing it? I don't know if my voice can handle this being still having a cold. Nope, I guess not. I don't have to sing it. Okay, that's cool. I was gonna... Okay, I guess I do gotta sing it. Excuse me. Fancy yourself a Manderville man. You would do that only a Manderville can. Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Manderville man. I cannot do the girl's voice when I'm sick like this. He comes. Oh, well, my singing worked, apparently. Hello? Naked man? Oh, oh, oh. You have naught to fear from me. Not at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. The Chimera's dead. Why do you have a... Wait, hold on. Why do you have a big bulge in your pants? Your shorts? Why are you naked? Well, you're not exactly naked, but like you're close enough. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert! Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not for that? More importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Mandeville? If I did not teach you, then who? Hello? What? By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? Oh my god! He's fast! Oh god! Why is he running away though? He's so fast though! Oh my god, he's way faster! Hello, friend! Eleanor Maximum! Soulplex! Well, I guess you killed him again. Oh wow, he's back in the ground again. 10 years, Hildebrand. 10 years since you left home, and 5 since I learned from your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning on allowing your mother and father to suffer the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son, you are Hildy's father? Godbirth, the goldsmithing Mandeville man, smithing as only a Mandeville can. Oil him up and give him a tan, fit for a Mandeville man. Please, father, cease your unadulterations at once. There's a more pressing matters at hand. Well, your outfit is broken again, so... This antique vase must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria. Wait a second! The Mandeville Golden Saucer! He owns the gold saucer! Oh, it makes sense now. So he's actually really, like, rich. And I guess his son, which is Hildebrand, he's also very rich and a noble. Pretty much a noble. Okay. I just figured that out just now. Huh! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. Why are you talking about your bowel movements? For what reason would you even mention that? He fixed it! That was quick! Hold your applause until the end. Brygot, guide my hammer! Wait, hold on! You've already fixed the damn thing! It's not antique anymore! You ruined it! Look how it sparkles in the twilight. How it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it's a work of art? You completely destroy the prices and take historical value! Nonsense! I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I am the agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too, innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you had put away those childish dreams. No matter, you will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, Father. I can be naught else. Mr. Godbert, sir, I don't think my mother's gonna like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hillebrand help with the investigation now. We cannot say for certain, can we? Perhaps she will take a liking to this, reimagining. Hillebrand, please stop making faces. There's no reason for it. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. In Kidu as well, I should think. I see you two possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad I am to have met you, Greg. Now let's return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. His name is Gilgamesh, not Greg. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me, I shall follow anon. Whew. Oh my god. With that, I am going to go ahead and take a break. It's been 2 hours, so I'll see y'all in about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to clip a lot of things in this stream because there's a lot of funny parts that's going to have to be clipped. I'm going to have to clip them because they are hilarious. Me singing is another one that, even though I can't really do a girl's voice very much, like, I can try. Like, this is the best I can do because of the cold and the flu I have. I can't do a higher voice than this because, unfortunately, the mucus is still in my lungs and I just can't, I can't seem to do my girl's voice anymore. And my lungs is tight. So, unfortunately, I can't do the girl's voice. That's the best I can do. Which is sad because I used to be able to do a way better voice than that. Anyways, I'll see y'all in a bit. So, back to Vesper Bay, I think that's what it said, right? Try that. Okay, here we go. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods! Have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in this chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Durilda, not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash! Lord Mandeville, sir! I did not realize you had arrived. Though I know it's nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady. It does indeed. Especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comment that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't love it. Like it. I love it. I would go so far to call it the new centerpiece of my Throne Dynasty collection. Ah, what a relief. I would have been so distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do take pride in our work, and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating that what my son Hildebrand doubtless told you? We offered to investigate the duelist's threats. Enough exploratory banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember him thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildebrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Mandeville? The man who took Eoland's Quiverion seat on the Syndicate? It appears that there has been a great many developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies toward the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Beridian. Right. Where is Beridian? Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Duradilla has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named John Pa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the Observarium, where they are being distributed among Lady Durilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they would transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiring the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real Treaty Blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the road in and out of the Observarium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Wait. That sounds a lot like Gilgamesh. A man so gorgeously dressed should be easy to find in snowy Corthus. And I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you! Pray forgive my lateness. Yeah, it's you. You're the duelist, aren't you? Greg, my good man! What pleasure seeing you again! We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit. Oh, now I'm intrigued. What reason would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Haha, what reason indeed! Enough to make a gentleman laugh. I think he means you, Greg, or Gilgamesh. And then the damn bird's going, bark! Allow me to... I already know our plan. Yes, I already know. I already know. We're going to Quarthus. Okay. Oh, it looks like we gotta... Okay. I can now fly in Quarthus. It makes it so much easier to get around. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice! I take it you are the one of the many tasks for transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Can you not say that out loud? Like, you're literally giving the plan away. Clearly, you mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us, more small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But sir, oh, bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this lad always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me keep warm. Oh, and should I chance to find a thieving duelist, I will of course summon you. After administrating the requisite beating. Ha 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 ha! Oh, you know what? I should have wore some better... I'm cold too now, think about it. Good. You're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? I speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival. Fully gonna catch a thief, as are we. Come, Nashu. We too must answer the call of duty. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. Yeah, am I able... I cannot apply glamours here. That sucks. I just gotta deal with it, I guess. It's nice and cold, so I'm freezing, but I gotta deal with it. You see that just now? No? I don't think Miyama played tricks on me, but there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector, over there, look! What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see! Aha! I see you, demon bird! You will not escape me this time! Why, hello there, my friends! Is all amiss? Oh, it's just Greg! For a moment I thought you might have spied our thief! Come, Nashu! We have lingered here long. We must egress post-haste! Right. There's naught out of the ordinary here either. No luck, huh? We have scouted every ilm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hillebrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he's waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence, unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I ain't found a weapon to use. By the 12, is that the self... Oh, oops, wrong voice. By the 12, is that the self-same spear that propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should the worst come to worse. Now then, we begin our search for the duelists to the east of the Observarium. Okay. Right. Wherefoot art thou, my nefarious nemesis? Was not the same self-creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Wait a second. I think Hillebrand has his weapon. Okay. Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways, it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other aspects, it was quite different. Wait, hold on a second. Does that spear have a trigger on it? Is that a gun spear? It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was wielded a musket barrel. Oh, wow! This thing actually is a real gun spear. Like, a bullet comes out of the damn chamber. That is cool. So it's a halberd. It's a spear, axe, and a gun all put together. Was one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ugh, how I yearn to reclaim it. The strongest of spears. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Grr. Now you call me Shirley. No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me! This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many men together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we were at an impasse. What is going on here? This is stupid. Yeah, I know. I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Ellie, I'm screwing voice. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man who I'm certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I've claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponents in single combat. I believe that constitutes as a confession. Seize him. A confession to what? I have done naught wrong. Bah, you are all beyond reason. Wow, he was the thief all along. Ah, yes. My plan to secure Gray's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. You did less than nothing. What a bumbling buffoon. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are. Even that imbecile doesn't. So let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. So you know who I am. Unlike everyone else that does not know who I am. Well, you are very smart, Bryden. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Wait, what? I'm a really powerful white mage. Are you telling me I can't beat him alone? Apparently, I cannot beat him alone. Oh, Hillebrand, Hillebrand, Hillebrand. Why am I not surprised? Okay, well, alright. Battle on the Great Bridge. Now this is funny because Final Fantasy V is also Battle on the Big Bridge. So we're doing the same thing, huh? Yes. It was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the last I understand we were fated to duel, you and I. Best me and you may have the spear. Fail and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. Aye, I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you to no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it is inbringing time. Okay. I guess it's time to fight you. And it's cold up here, so I gotta worry about that, but I'm fighting, so I should keep warm. The battle on the big bridge is now accessible. Oh, here we go. Now we gotta wait. Oh, wow, it's a full party. Oh, wait, what's this? Swift. The commander. Each for Thanalan, okay. Yours is a welcome face, Michael. I have a task for which one of your impeccable record would be well suited, but perhaps campaign would be a more fitting description, given the sheer commitment this mission demands. As you well aware, the inhabitants of Thanalan have long suffered the hostilities of the Almajaw. The lizard men had been quiet for a time, chastened by your victory over the primal Ifrit, but once again the beastmen stir. There have been a resurgence in kidnappings, and in great numbers than before. Matters have grown so far out of hand that the local garrisons have petitioned us for reinforcements. That is why I wish you to lead an extended action against the Almajaw and put a stop to these raids. Report to Commander Giselbert, head of security in Little Alamahigo, and he will brief you on the details of your duty. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for this dungeon to queue up, we'll go to Little Alamahigo and do some stuff. Commander Swift said he'd assigned someone to assist us with our growing beastman problem. Glad to see the Eorzea of our situation is being taken seriously. Now, as I'm sure the commander explained, the Almajaw activity in the region has grown almost frenzied. Seems like the lizard men are determined to carry off every peddler and traveler that tried to pass through southern Thanalan. Now, I'm not speaking of furtive nighttime raids here. The bastards are striking in full daylight, even against escorted merchant caravans. We've heard reports of raids as far south as the Sogoli Desert, so it's not a simple matter of increasing patrols on the road into Little Alamahigo. We must mount a decisive response, and soon. The next time the Almajaw appear, I want you ready to send them howling back into the desert. Not long before you arrived, in fact, our scouts reported a merchant resting in plain view on one of the trade routes. Make haste to the location I've marked on your map, and see that the fool isn't taken by a raiding party. Okay, dokie then. I will do that. Fly no higher. Ah. Okay. Alright, so it looks like... No, not that. This. We got one tank apparently that queued up. So we got one tank and we got one and one healer, which is me. Alright, so I'm gonna go this way. But Mal can fly no higher. Yeah, I know. Alright. Oh, here we go. Wait, what the? Overconfident fools! You think your raids here go unnoticed? What treachery is this? You are of the Brotherhood of the Ash? We are. Though we number but few, we shall be your death this day. Oh, wow! The Amajaw against the Amajaw? Traitorous heathens! Your victory will come at a price! Oh, damn! He got beheaded! Attack when the enemy's back is turned. Your ancestors return their graves. Whoa. A soldier's life is one of peril, and the first rule of war is to understand the mind of your enemy, as well as your own. Your presence here is noted here, adventurer, but this is our battle. You need not become involved. Wow. I am Hamuj Ga, and I lead the Brotherhood of Ash. We are what remains now that the all-consuming flames have reduced the rest of my people to unthinking zealots. You wish to be child of Eorzea. Be it fortune or fate, I would not ignore the forces that sought to bring us together. I extend to you an invitation to join us at the Ring of Ash. Oh, okay. Looks like I've unlocked a tribal quest, apparently. Welcome to the Ring of Ash, adventurer. This place serves as home for our humble gathering of soldiers. My brothers and I ever seek to hone our martial powers and honor the blood of our ancestors. We keep to the old ways of the desert nomad and of the warrior. To those who are worthy, we show the proper respect regardless of origin. Your aura, it carries a reek of brimstone. Could you be the one which the champion said you have laid low the Lord of Inferno? Oh, I did more than that. Then I would have you understand the curse that has befallen our fanatic brethren. They have forgotten the code that governs our people, the glory that comes with a warrior's death. They spirit away the weak and the feeble and offer them in exchange for barbed blessing of a hoary god. Day after day I witnessed the shameful acts of my kin. The honor of the Almajar is a faded, paltry thing, no longer driven by the righteous fortunes of battle. It is these kidnappers that most stroke the flames of my fury. Why, the victims often bear no arms at all. What triumph can be found in such cowardly attacks? We are hunters, my brother and I, and the fallen Almajar who huddle in Zanrak our prey. If you share my outrage, then I bid you join us in our kin war. No! I will not accept this pretender! You claim to be one of the heroes that felled Ifrit? I've cut down a dozen men who boasted that feat. Most likely you slew a guttering fire sprite and convinced yourself that it was a king of the seventh hell. Listen, lady. I not only defeated Ifrit, I also defeated frickin' Ultimo Weapon. Okay? Don't take that tone with me. I did not ask your counsel, Lugar. I alone make that decision for the Brotherhood. Huh. If you better not stray into the path of my arrows, adventurer. We have too many enemies for me to waste ammunition on puffed up heroes like you. I'm not a puffed up hero. But I am a real hero. Forgive this interruption. I shall vouch for the authenticity of your claim. Only one who has faced and defeated Ifrit could have the scent that you do. Past glories, however, will not impress my soldiers. Prove yourself through your actions, and you might find your reception here improved. Our foes are the Almajar of Zadrak. We shall break the fangs that feast on the helpless. Our target is clear, and our resolve unshakable. Alright. Well, I don't want to do that right now. What about the Sylphs? You know, we never did the Sylphs, actually. I'm still waiting for, you know, the dungeon to queue up. Still nothing so far. I'm gonna go to Gordania and see what's in Gordania. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. We have God's Quiver Bow. It's passerby for some worthy cause. Gunbreaker. Okay, not more by Gunbreaker. Carpenter's Guild. Is there anything else in Gridania that I can do? I mean, I should go back to Uda, maybe. Okay, so the house that Death built. I don't know what that is. Gunbreaker. Oh, I guess we might as well see where it is. It's in the Roost, apparently. It's in New Gridania. Let's just check it out. It's almost 17, though. It's a very low level. It probably wouldn't take me that long to do. Okay. As a Lin breathes, you know that adventure everybody's been talking about, aren't you? I take it you heard that nasty biz down near Esam Har. Surely you've heard stories of a strange portal slowly appearing in the ruins down there? Hey, don't give me that look. I'm only telling you what I've heard from the whalers. They say on the other end of that is some sort of labyrinth. Thing is, every time they go down there to map the place out, nothing is the same. A mystery if I've ever heard of one. Frankly, I'm more than happy to let it stay a mystery. Strange apparitions, bloody... Oh, this is just a dungeon. This must be a dungeon. Gotta be a dungeon. Well, let's go check it out anyways. But it's most likely a dungeon. I'm trying not to do the main quest right now because I know for a fact that that's going to involve a lot more than just dungeon explore. Might be another dungeon we gotta do. All right, so I'm not gonna read this. I'm just gonna read it to myself. I don't feel like voice acting these particular quests, especially considering it's most likely one of those quests is like, oh, it's probably a dungeon or you gotta explore a dungeon or something, which I can't do anyways, but I can at least get started. All right. Yalmorian Ruins. Wait, hold on. Is this the Palace of the Dead? Oh! I know this one! This is the Palace of the Dead! Oh, we've unlocked the Palace of the Dead. Okay. Yep. I knew it was a dungeon, but I forgot about this dungeon. This is the one where you go back to level 1 and you work up to the floors and all the floors are randomized. Oh, it makes sense. Okay. Alright, well, so that's what's level 17. We never unlocked it. Alright, let's see what else we got. Recommendations here. Okay. Seeking Solace. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what that is. Broadening Horizons? Okay. Broadening Horizons is right here, apparently. Would grant you passage to the White Wolf Gate. Alright, well, I have not done that one yet, apparently. The White Wolf Gate, apparently. Okay. The White Wolf Gate is over here. Oh, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, everyone. We're still waiting for the dungeon to queue up for to fight Gilgamesh. So, thank you for the raid. My name is Michael, and I do role-playing games mostly. It is nice to meet everybody. Right now we're just doing a bunch of side quests because I'm waiting for the dungeon to queue up for Gilgamesh, and it's taking a very long time. And I'm a white mage, by the way, so you would think that it would be faster, but it's not. So, yeah, it's slow, very, very slow. I guess I might as well go past that gate, huh? Yes. Yo, I did a co-op stream with Tube, and I recommend the raid. Oh, nice! Thank you so much! I don't get raided a lot, so this is, I mean, I raid a lot of people, of course, but, like, I don't get raided myself a lot, so this is a big surprise. I'm happy to see more people on the stream and being able to talk to people. I normally talk to myself. Alright, back to Gridani we go, it looks like. So, does everybody else here play Final Fantasy XIV as well? I'm gonna go this way. The sad laugh of loneliness, yes. Yeah, the sad laugh of loneliness, yes, indeed. Indeed so. Indeed so. I got one tank and one healer, which is me, of course. Still waiting for more people to join in so I can do Gilgamesh. That's what stopped me right now. Waiting for people to come join in on the party so I can go ahead and do Gilgamesh and do a Hillibrand. Well, we were doing Hillibrand. It was really, really funny until now, of course. Now it's kind of like, ah. He come. Civilized men and women. Okay. What is this? Lieutenant Scarlet is looking for a few good soldiers. Okay. So, this is probably another dungeon, right? I would normally voice act this, or try to anyways, but it's a side quest, probably unlocking a dungeon or something. Alright, I accept that quest, and there's another quest I can do. Seeing ruffled by some... Wait, what? Grave news of the Twelves Wood. Okay. Oh, this must be, This is the... I'm trying to think. This is the Ixal, Beast Quest, I think. Well, we got something to do, it looks like. I'm still waiting for 24 minutes and counting, by the way, for this dungeon. I've never, being a white mage, I've never had to wait this long for a dungeon to open up like I've never had to wait that long before. That's insane. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go here first, I guess. Okay. Why not a black mage? That's not what I meant. Being a healer class, I'm sorry, being a healer class, okay, means you don't have to wait that long for the dungeons to open up. I'm not a DPS just yet. I'm going to be a DPS. I'm planning on being a dancer, actually. Once I do Heaven's Ward, I'm going to become a dancer. So I'm going to have to wait even longer for the dungeon to open up. But, like, I've never had to wait this long for the dungeon to open up. That's what I'm trying to say. 'Cause it's like, man, 24 minutes, I'm a healer, you know? Like, healing classes normally, it opens up really fast, normally. Also, where am I going? Am I going down? I guess I'm going downstairs? Hey, Ban, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. We're still waiting for the dungeon to open up. So, I'm doing a bunch of side quests in the meantime. Oh, did 2 parts of Heaven's Ward? Gilgamesh. Alright, I opened up something here. I'm not sure I opened up. I unlocked something. Gilgamesh. You know the battle on the big bridge? Okay, what did I just unlock just now? Oh, PvP, okay. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I didn't mean to unlock PvP, but okay. How was I supposed to know that? Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know I unlocked that. Okay, so I unlocked the front line. Alright, so what else? We got Bad Bladder. That is the Ixals. So I'm unlocking, it looks like I'm unlocking the Ixal, Beast Tribe. Yeah. But yeah, I'm waiting for more people to join in the party. It's 28 minutes, and it's still waiting for another tank, another healer, and 4 more DPSs. Which is insane, because normally you never want for DPS. I mean, yeah, you could pop on Ban and be a tank, I guess. We can use another tank. But I need more people because you can't do this with NPCs. If I could do NPCs, I would have done those NPCs a long time ago. But until then, we're just going to go ahead and I'm pretty much at the last event in this game too. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Well, while we're waiting for more party members, I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing some side quests. Just keep doing a bunch of side quests here. Oh, hold on, never mind. Hold on a second. Hold on, it just queued up finally. Oh my god, finally it queued up. Oh, I was getting tired of doing that. Why? You never play a Final Fantasy game? Wow. The Tube, you're missing out. Final Fantasy is awesome. I played almost every single Final Fantasy game. The only Final Fantasy I've never beat was 3. And I don't recommend 3 to anybody. Even 13 is better than 3, to be perfectly honest. Alright, so we're waiting for one more tank. Oh my god, one more tank. Oh, come on, damn it! I thought, oh man. Oh, okay, so I did Final Fantasy, if you go to my YouTube channel, I did a Final Fantasy 1 randomizer, I think. It was really fun. And hard. It was hard, but fun. So, if you want to see Final Fantasy 1, like I said, go to my YouTube channel. It's on a playlist, I think. It was hard, though. It wasn't easy. Okay, so what am I doing here exactly? Oh, investigate the war balloon site. Oh, okay. There it is. Ban, are you on right now? I don't think you are. No, you're not. It is Halicarnus. Hail, I can't pronounce it. It's, Hail Carnessus. Hail Carnessus. The long H1, yes. Yes, the long H1. You could say it's long as H even. Yeah, pretty much. I'm playing on my original okay, that's fine. I just need... We lost... Oh my god, we lost both tanks? What? Oh man. Come on, Final Fantasy XIV. Don't do this to me. I've been waiting 32 minutes. I've been waiting for so long to try to get this one fight done. So I can continue the Hillebrand quest. Finally, yes! Please work. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, finally, we're good. Oh my god, thank you so much for waiting. Here we go. Woo! Okay, I'm ready. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. You are awesome. Alright, here we go. Alright, Tube 27. Oh my god, so many people. Okay. Oh wow. I'm not the only white mage, apparently. I'm sorry, Ban. I was waiting 30 minutes. I could not. I couldn't pass this up. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and region you. Everybody, region everybody. There we go.
Go on, Enkidu. It's tough. Your favorite.
Oh my god, I'm a frog! No! I'm a frog! Oh no, this is bad! Somebody heal me, please!
Fine, I admit it. Fighting all 8 of you is just too much for me.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just sure 3.
I lied. Empathy.
Oh God! Okay, I'm gonna try to heal everybody here.
Why, I've been hurt. This is far from the strongest of spears. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious. I, just remembered something.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's running away? Oh, like Final Fantasy 12. The same, he did the same thing in Final Fantasy 12 too, he ran away. Oh my god, we're chasing him down. Oh, whoa, wait, where did all these creatures came from? Okay, well, Holy Nova? Holy Nova, baby. I'm zoomed in a little too close. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm coming.
I must say, I quite enjoy these tussles.
Oh, crap.
I feel we've gained an understanding. An understanding that I will pound you silly. Ha-ha!
Wait, did he just get his health back?
Rocket punch!
Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep on attacking. Okay, rapid tempo. I still can't believe it took 40 minutes almost to get in this fight. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use Medica 2 to regen everybody. Oh god, oh, time to heal everybody. Wait, who's hitting me? Oh my god, who is hitting me like that? Oh no! Oh my god, I'm mini-me! I can't believe I'm mini-me! Are you serious? Oh god. Okay, this is not good. A white mage, please. Eorzea would be really helpful right now. Oh god, no!
I won't go down so easily.
Okay, I can still heal. Never mind. Never mind. I still have magic. I'm mini-me, but I still have magic. I'm okay. Okay, I'm still gonna hit you now. Here, take some Aereo. Oh god. I'm not done yet. Oh, I'm back to normal. All right.
That's enough of a beating for now.
What do you mean? You're gonna run away like a coward? Are you serious? Wait, what? Wait, what? That's not gonna work. Yeah. Well. Okay then. Well, at least I can do Hillebrand again. That's good. I can continue the Hillebrand quest. That's what I wanted to do in the first place. Oh my god. Well, thank you everybody who helped me with this one. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I'm back here. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Whoa. What the heck happened here? Brian, did you kick his butt? How many swords did he drop while... Wait, didn't that one there look just like Eorzea sword? But even to my untrained eyes, obviously a counterfeit blade. And so is this one, and this one. What in the world? Alone, yet still armed. In any case, he seems satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. Sure. Hillebrand, are you okay, Hillebrand? Okay, anyways, where am I going? Oh, I'm back. Oh, wait, Vesper Bay? Ah, right. Okay, cool. Where's it at? There it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, you're outside. Okay. Ooh. Hillebrand, why do you have your hand out? Ah, this is more magnificent than I imagined. This will make a fine addition to my collection. Hillebrand, why are you... By the way, you're back to life, by the way. I thought he got knocked out. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. Oh, I tried my best. I waited 40 minutes to beat Gilgamesh. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be a thief. There you are, Inspector Bryden. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Oh no! Wait! We just gave you the sword! Oh no, this is bad. Huh? Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where's my treaty blade? But didn't we just give you the treaty blade? Oh, this is bad. What the heck is that? A mask? Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an assisting situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. What? Okay. Why? If the man red did not send a challenge, then who did? Oh, it's the Phantom Thieves again. Wait, why are you dancing? Oh, wow. Oh, Ultra Instinct? Oh, God. Okay, you're not Hillebrand, though. You're not Hillebrand, though. That has to hurt. Why is Godbird doing the Manorville dance? Ow! I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Bryden. Piss off! Damn. Colorful language much? 400 years have I slept. 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. Many-faced Phantom Thief. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the Treaty Blade sent this. Oh my god. Why are you stealing all the lines, Hillebrand? Poor Bryden. Very well. I, and I alone, Hillebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, once more accepts your challenge. He didn't. It was to Bryden, not you. Oh my god. He's gonna beat the crap out of him. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon! Okay, Bryden, you're not gonna catch him. I'm pretty sure he's faster than you are. And Maria's laughing. So, it's her mother. That's her mother, by the way. Is she gonna laugh as well? How dare you all laugh at a time like this, after allowing my precious Treaty Blade to be stolen? I mean, to be fair, they dressed like you. I mean, and they were wearing your face! Like, what were we supposed to do? And you, Maria. I thought this was a little funny, isn't it? Two of them dashing to and fro, a pair of gentlemen murmurs. You know, it's been so too long since we've seen a show. We should head to the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy. Not bad at all. You are indeed a Manorville man. Mark my face, O Phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the... Oh my god. I really wish they would voice act. You know, I'm sorry. Is it voice act? Yeah, I guess it is voice act. They should have had voices on this side quest. Everyone loves this side quest. So it's like a really popular side quest. Why didn't Square Enix like get a few actors together and get voice acting for this? It would be so good if they did. I don't know why they didn't. I mean, Gilgamesh had a voice, apparently. He's the only one that has one, though. Nashu has no voice. Hillebrand has no voice. Godbird has no voice. The case of indecency. Oh my god. I love how it's like an anime. Wait, is that the same one? Okay. Well, here we go. We're still doing this. Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigating on my own since we last parted. I believe I found our Lapis Maiden. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of one Master Juju Remu. Juju Remu? Where have I heard that name before? I've heard that name before. Don't remember where, but I've heard the name before. A prominent member of the East Aldernar Trading Company. Her eyes and hair a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty the talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is the overprotective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But all that's about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed. And not just anyone, mind you, but the heir of Bruger Consortium. The formal announcement is set to be made at the commemorative feast, I can't pronounce that for some reason, to be jointly hosted by two family businesses. The venue is Costa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Pipped your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol, overseeing the preparations. This is one scoop I'm not gonna miss, and you're welcome to come along. Okay. Costa del Sol, here we come. Alrighty, where are we going? Ah, bingo. Hold on a second, I recognize you. I do recognize you. Aren't you the one that, that hired those 5 champions or something like that? You're not one of my associates. The banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Do you not remember me? Hold on a second. Do you not remember me? I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, it's not. It wasn't Juju Remu. It was Gray something. It wasn't you, was it? Was it you? Man, you Lalafels have a very similar name scheme, especially the GGGG. Like, there's 2 GGs, apparently. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter of the Mistral Eye. If I might have a moment of your... Ah, yes. That 2-gil sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screeds about the self-styled Phantom Thief and his letter of challenge. If you have to come and tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. Well, that's the thing. Money cannot buy the best protection. Are you serious? That is the best protection money can buy? The brass blades of Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last. I don't think so. I think they're completely worthless. Compared to me, anyways. I'm pretty sure I can take all of them out myself. Like, that's what the best money can buy, huh? If the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Hello, Bryden. Consulting Inspector Bryden. Your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I promised some of the wealthiest men in their realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. Renegade on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious gil. Very well, let us see if your reputation is deserved. But consider yourself warned. The greater fortunes that you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Well, as long as Hildebrand doesn't find us out, I think we'll be fine. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after you slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? Wait a second, is that Nashu over there? I see Nashu, by the way. I don't see Hildebrand, but I see Nashu. Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge. A precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used of scoring with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I have already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed Vanes would be an obvious target for our thief. So will be his father, Morgaunt. Yoto Noto and his wife, Sanada, the guest of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. We will be standing close to the stage where the bride is to be set to appear. And needless to say, we cannot rule out Juju Remu himself. And finally we have Lewenhart, a steward of Juju Remu's estate, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players, save for the Lapis maiden herself, have assembled and coasted the soul. Doubtless the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. Begin our questioning of suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you report back to me at once. Wait, what the hell? Wait, what? Hildebrand Manderville, I could smell the stench of your oh my god, I can't pronounce my words. I could smell the stench of your idiocy and incompetence a mile away. Wow. The pleasure's all mine, contriving Inspector Bryden. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. Yet to see through my ingenious styles with such ease, yes, I dare say your powers of observation rouse even my own. Fear not, friends, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor as only a Manderville man can. Does he realize there's still a fish on his head, or doesn't he? I don't think he realizes that. I also don't think, so I guess he's one of the brass blades they hired, apparently. Because he's now leading them, just like the zombies. He led the zombies as Zombie Brand, and now he's leading the brass blades as Hildebrand. Good Inspector. I realize we have not seen eye to Monaco in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue may have her very life at stake. From one gentleman to another, let's put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Nashu, what are you looking at? She's looking at the fish, probably. Also, Nashu is adorable. Also, Hildebrand, this is Baradin's case, not your case. She's still looking at the fish. Oh, she's a cat. It makes sense. Me assist you. Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless, not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. Poor Baradin. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try to do anything too stupid in my absence, will ya? I would speak with you, but not here. I'll be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Sure. Oh my goodness. Okay then. Also, it's raining. Also, I'd like my outfit back, please. There we go. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. Before we proceed, what might I call you? I am Michael, the Femboy hero of Eorzea. An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now, answer me this, Michael. You were there when the Phantom Thief, in the guise of Lady Dorota, stole off with a treaty blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? No! I thought that was Dorota! It fooled me completely. His disguise was flawless. The identical appearance? The obvious answer, and yet all too many, a certain style of gentleman comes to mind. Do not recognize the clue that had hit him beside the head. Your observation is astute, although inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allows him to change appearance at will. Wait, that's a glamour crystal, a glamour prism, right? Clearly, our man is no ordinary thief. Magics far outside the grasp of common folk are at his disposal. This in itself gives us insight into his identity and his ways. And yet, this is not what caught my eye. No, from movements to mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Dorota, he was her! Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We're dealing with a clever and thorough criminal, not content to rely on his ample power of disguise. He studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, where preparations for the banquet begin. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our Phantom, Michael. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? One of the guests. Would he? The guests are well acquainted with each other. One misstep and the thief's cover would be blown. No, there's more a logical first target. One that he would afford him the opportunity to gather the knowledge he needs, and at less risk. Yes, one the brass blades of Gerbera. I guess you're right. Strong in number, few of words, able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for our man. You are very right, actually, now I think about it. Deducing as much, I made a point to question brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. That was a poor man laying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to the general security duties, each of the blades have been assigned to serve as bodyguard for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief will not have had time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Sure. It looks like I have to go here. Oh wow, big old crab, big old crab, big old crab, big old crab. Oh wow, his name is Cancer. Okay, well. That's an interesting name. Oh my god, well. He was right. He was actually right. It is, oh my god. There it is. Excellent. You're one of the less incompetent sisters I have worked with. Thank the gods. Please free me from these chamber full of snipers. Eat me alive. There. Now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. We'd just arrived in Costa del Sol, had a briefing of sorts. Master Jujuremu gave us each our orders, who we be looking after, and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on the back of my head. When I came to, here I was, stripped to my skivvies. Much to the charging of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Jujuremu. Who was to be your charge? My memory is hazy, but, one was Morgott, father of the groom. The other was a Lala felon jet from Limsa Yoto Noto. Now try your best to remember. Were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes. There was also the steward, Leuenhart. I was to review with him the schedule of events, discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgott, Yoto Noto, and Leuenhart. Thank you. For a competent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. Oh wow, you're really mean, Bryden. I shall see his man back to the city and into possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me, and for the love of the good gods, just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Okay, I'm going back to Costa del Sol, it looks like. Ah, there you are, friend! And not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you and Inspector Marion's adventure avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Yes, it did, actually. Morgott, Yoto Noto, and the steward Leuenhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. How? I don't believe that for a second. I believe, once again, you're taking someone else's credit. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildebrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the inspector returns. Fear not, friend. The inspector shall be none the wiser. Ha ha! If he had hobbed To nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simplified a task for me so! Oh my god. You're about to make a complete ass out of yourself, I see. Ah, there's this one of our suspects standing suspicion of the canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend! I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are! Oh my god, are you serious? Stand back, friend! The man pursues a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill that you might record my every word as I ploy the time-honored art of parley, headed down from the Manderville men of ages past to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would ya? Don't worry, Inspector. I put my quill in journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word.
Capital! This is why you're my favorite assistant, Nashu!
No, that's why she's your only assistant. I'm actually here for Nashu. Like, I want to help her out all I can. That's why I'm really here.
Now behold as I ensnare a prey, with a web of words leading to his inedible demise. Good evening, Master Juju Rebu. And a fine evening it must be for you, most of all. Let me offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella.
What is this nonsense? Arabella's my daughter. You? So what the seven hells are you anyway? Guards! Guards!
Now hold your chocobos, Juju Remo. I recognize the lad. This is Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come and save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have ye? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, eh, Vanes?
The phantom thief? Oh, dash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all.
It exudes an unusual degree of confidence in such an effort. Fashion, challenge youth, most suspicious.
The damn sight easier on the eyes than you buffoon.
Ha ha ha! That's me Baines, ever calm in the face of danger. Truly his father's son.
A worthy heir to the Bulgarian Custodium, and a worthy master for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or family, I should say. Ho ho ho! Which reminds me, Master Vanes, Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden claps you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket? That was nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasure in the realm will be hers once we are wed. The time-honored Manorville art of parley. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgaunt not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interaction between the three struck me as particularly unnatural.
Ha 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 ha! Let's not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan.
Are you serious? I don't believe that for a second. Whoops! I thought I'd be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan.
I sought to learn the trust of the family before confronting Yoto Noto and Lewenhart, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend.
I'm not seeing your faces around here with the East Alnard Trading Company, are ye?
Why, yes, good sir. Very much with them. Some might say we are the East Arna Trading Company. Ha 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 ha!
Oh, pleasure to meet ye. Do tell, is the Lapis maiden as lovely as they say? Sanana here is no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are my manners? Yoto Noto O, the Bulgare Custodium, and this is my wife, Sanana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. Yea, I dare say his wedding and the joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time, but with all the manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of unpoured foods was waylaid by the Mandagorias. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I was 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of all. You have heard of the Mandagorias, have you?
Oh, of course! I once spent a year holding body and mind with the fist of Raglar. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra what's-its a day.
That is not what he meant. And your food stores are occasionally raided by the ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Managoras, yes? Would a kid read the myth through eye educate yourself from time to time?
A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it that they will not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just 2 days ago. Our supplies are decimated. For none, my lady, I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago.
Settle down, Sanana. Forgive me, wife. He's always saying how meat is bad for our figure. And with that, I best go prepare me speech. Carry on, lads.
Rimini! None of those three were suspicious in the least. We must not give up hope, lest he of many fates have the last laugh. Where there's a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm.
You speak so fast, Inspector. The sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. The Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. There's no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Baridan will be back any moment now. He's not a type of stuff for excuses.
Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let's investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lewinhart spoke. Should we find any contradiction in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Baridan will be back before long. Come, Nashu. This is no time to delay.
Alright.
Wait, is it up here?
Wait, why is there bombs here? Why is there bombs here? Like, these are all bombs. There's 2 bombs and coconuts, I guess?
Crates of assorted foodstuff and variable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lewinhart spoke true.
Those are bombs.
Ye gods! Are those explosives I spy concealed among these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It appears that we have found our phantom thief after all.
Oh, those are mine, Inspector! I'm looking for a place to set them down, you see? And those coconuts are looking awfully lonely. Nashu. Why? This is a bad setup. Why, Nashu?
Nashu! Far be it from me to cast doubts on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation?
Well, they were still helping jogging your memory that one time, and I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either?
Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there, and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are.
I say, oops, wrong voice.
I say we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Baridan is otherwise occupied at the moment. We had chance upon this scene, he would thereby explode in rage. Now let's pull these things before an errant ember sends us all to a fiery demise.
Confounding Inspector Bryden. Explode. A fiery demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two are supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here.
But Miss Ellie! Should Inspector Baridan come upon explosives, the consequences will be even more dire.
Michael and I will see how Inspector keeps his wide berth of his beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it!
Quick thinking, Miss Ellie! Come, Nashu! We shall return to your creations once Inspector Baridan has been led safely from the scene. Investigation calls us, and we must heed its cry!
So, Hildebrand's managed thus far to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Indeed! But enough about Hildebrand. Michael and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes. That spot just over there by the crate should suffice. There of all places? But surely we should find something more scenic. I'm not here on vacation. I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have a conversation overheard. That junk-littered beast should afford some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hells. Don't worry, Michael. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. He's right by the bombs. Nashu, why would you put bombs there? Why would you do that? Is it just me, or is there a bit of chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome respite from this sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Through the questioning of a brass blade attacked by our quarry, I've identified 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yoto Noto, and Lewenhart. The 3 of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over... Ahem. Are you 2 listening? Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. I wish we could continue our conversation elsewhere. But there's no need. Wait here, I shall build us a fire. No! Don't do that!
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. Ha 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 ha! Many thinks the inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. The driftwood, remember? Here we are. Piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. And as fortune would have it, I just happen to have flintstone on my person. Nashu, you made a big mistake! Those are bombs! There's no cause for alarm. This is not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice. I cannot fathom a series of events that would lead such calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I'm recording these words for posterity. Whee! It's flying! Oh no! Her notes! Oh, this is bad. Oh, no, this is really bad. What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. No! This is bad! You idiots! Could it be another challenge from the Fiend? Surely you jest, Inspector. It's like nothing like his usual cards. See? That was just an idle raven of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Oh no. Oh, Nasha, you idiot. I love you, you're adorable, but you're not smart. Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the lapis man alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is it talk about another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. Oh no. The final page. Yeah, this is bad. Confounding Inspector Bryden will meet a fiery demise? Ah! Oh, this is bad. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh no. What the fuck? What? Are you serious? It landed on his head? Okay, let's get Inspector Bryden out of the way. Okay, no one make any sudden movements. No, 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 don't move. Hildebrand, don't move. Do not move. Nashu, no! 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 Oh, this is bad. Well, it's over.
Well, he's back in the dirt again. Now he's buried in sand. And Baraiden, luckily, got saved. Because he would have died. You saw through the fiend's ruse, but how? Let's just call it reports intuition. Are you hurt? They ring into my ears, but otherwise no worse for wear. You have my gratitude. Oh, Nashu. Hillebrand Mandeville. Were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made his ignoble attempt to my life? Exhausted. Oh my god. I have exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our quarry proves ever elusive. Excellent! I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who resorts to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance! Yes, vigilance! Is the order of the day! What in the name of the gods? Those teams, those vessels cost a fortune! And they're ruined! Ruined! Age of inquiry, more like age of injury and incompetence. You are to replace the supply that you destroy before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rotten Gao! Oh boy. Oh. Well, and with that, we're going to end the stream for tonight. I'm going to find somebody to raid in a minute. But, yeah, for right now, we're going to end the stream. I'm exhausted. Wow. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching. You have an awesome rest of your night. I'll see y'all later. Ciao!